We're devastated. I got a locker room full of devastated kids. I'm devastated. Credit to Oregon. Uh, they fought the whole game. They obviously came back in, sort of miraculous fashion at the end. We made a lot of mistakes at the end, all of us. But I'm proud of our players' fight to get the lead. And I told them part of sports is that everybody else in the arena gets to go home and say great game. The announcers get to go home and say, wow, what a shot, or great players. And we have to hurt like this for a while, and I wouldn't trade that. It's what we do and why we do it. And we're better than losing 3 in a row. We're better than being beat on our home court. So we're going to let this one hurt for a while and get back to work and go on the road and try and beat whoever's in front of us next.
What was it like for you guys watching the last 12 or so seconds play out everything that's happened in those final seconds?
I mean, they weren't watching it. They were in it. It was brutal for me. There were a lot of crazy things. I'll have to go back and watch the film. But, I tried to call a timeout 15 times when they scored the 3, right, to cut it to – they scored the 3 to cut it to 2. And I don't know how the officials don't look at me, right? I'm screaming my head off timeout. That would have advanced the ball. So that was frustrating. Then we got bailed out with the foul. And then after that, I could have called a timeout to set up something, but he had no timeouts. And so I sort of thought, with 2.2 seconds left, we could get a stop. But, Sabrina hit an amazing shot. I don't know, if I'd called a timeout, would he have designed something different or better? Who knows? But at the end of it, I'll watch it and break it down. But it was just chaotic. And we made mistakes, and they capitalized on them.
You mentioned getting bailed out there. You got to feel pretty confident with age going on the line in that situation.
Sure. We were.
Coach mentioned you guys are better than losing 3 in a row, better than losing at home. What are your emotions right now?
Well, you can win or lose a game in 10 seconds, and we lost, and it hurts, and we're just going to try to win the next 2 on the road. We're going to try to be better, play better, and it just hurts, like losing 3 in a row. Losing always hurts, and for me, I just feel like when we win, it's like, it's a team effort, but when we lose, I just take it all on me, and because at the end of the day, they look to me make big plays. I didn't, and I wasn't there for the team today, so.
Michaela, can you talk a little bit about before the final seconds? You guys made a big push in the fourth quarter to take the lead. Can you talk a little bit about what happened in the push to take the lead?
I think we're locked in, but I think it was a little too late at that point. I think we have to, maintain 40 minutes of always playing hard. We can't pick and choose when we want to play hard, when we want to play fast, or play smart. It's a 40-minute effort, and it felt good in those moments, obviously, but it comes down to the entire game, not those brief little celebrations and stuff.
So can I follow up with then what didn't go well that led up to falling behind so that you had to come back?
We weren't disciplined. We let shooters shoot. Little things happened, but we just didn't take care of little things. On defensive end, it's huge. You have to stop people. You have to stick with what they want to do, best. And we didn't. They had some good looks. They knocked down some shots, and the shooters, that's what they do. So.
Any other questions?
Lindsay, obviously, free throw shooting is an issue. How something like that get corrected, or can it?
Shoot a lot of them. Like anything else, repetition, and we try to do things until we can't do it wrong rather than just doing it right. So it's hard to simulate the type of pressure that they're under in the game, but we're taking a ton extra. We'll do more and just get players to the point where they're comfortable in pressure situations.
That was an awkward question because I was nervous.
I was just going to ask, you guys are a battle-tested team, the same group from last year. How much does it help to have the whole group? For moments like this, to be part of the battle-tested team you have,
Yeah, it feels different. You know, I mean, I told him in there, and I believe this. I can't change who I am. Like, I would rather be devastated in a crazy loss that, to me, when you lose a lead at the end, it's on the coach. Like, I would rather be sitting in there with them feeling like this than I would be in anybody else's locker room, even the one that just hit a game winner. I just, and I think that they feel the same. Like, I think that they're sad, and I think that they're devastated over this. But I also think we have a group that is committed to what we're trying to do. We're just not there yet, totally, and we can't kid ourselves that we are. But there's no question the feel is different. We have better leadership. I have, people in the locker room that are going to make sure the freshmen are okay, or, hey, take ownership on themselves, or what can I be better at? And accountability. I'm not worried about coming to practice on Tuesday. I'm not worried about the next road trip. I'm frustrated. It's going to be nauseating to watch the film, but I'm going to show them what we did right and what we did wrong. And then we're going to learn from it and move on. And at times last year when they're so young, you got to worry about stuff that's outside of that a little bit.